Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. So excited that you're here with us this week. We're celebrating National Boss Day. Yeah, it's coming up here. And so for the next 5 days, we're going to be dropping all kinds of boss information for you. We're going to rock your bossitude. Yeah, you have a bossitude. We have a bossitude, and we're going to meet a bunch of CEOs that also have gone down the same path that you and I are walking. So here's what I want you to know. Rock Your Bossitude is conversations with business owners that have turned CEO. And first up is my mentor and an amazing and inspiring businesswoman herself, Tracey Royal. Tracey Royal has been featured on the Today Show, MSNBC's Your Business, and Inc.com. Her firm, Tracey Royal Communications, connects companies, consumers, and communities. TRC is the agency of record for Force IndyCar Motorsports team, winner of the 2021 NJMS Race 2. TRC clients include Meg DeLoach, showrunner and senior executive producer for CBS's The Neighborhood, starring Cedric the Entertainer, and creator of Netflix's Family Reunion, and STEM NOLA CEO and founder, Dr. Calvin Mackey. In addition to her firm, Tracey Royal works with Pinnacle Global Network, helping CEOs scale their business. And that's our connection. She's my mentor. And I am so excited to share our conversation with you. So let's get to it. All right, Tracey. So let's get into it. So here's what we want to know. Can you tell us about the best boss you ever had?
Absolutely. And even to this day, it's like 20 years later, I still smile. So my best bosses were Dan Cummings and Tom Bennett. They were the North Central Region's sales manager or marketing manager. They were over all of the North Central region. Dan was my first immediate boss. I was the ethnic marketing manager for Chicago and Detroit, handling all of Colgate-Palmolive's products within the Hispanic African American communities.
Wow.
And then later on, I was tapped to join Tom Bennett in the home office of Colgate-Palmolive in New York. So yeah, they were my favorite bosses.
Well, you got to know the question's coming. Why were they your favorite bosses? What was it about them?
What I loved about Tom and Dan, and I reported directly to Dan, but we were all in the same office, is they operated with kindness, compassion, extremely patient. I never saw either one of them get upset or mad. And
Wow.
they foster such a wonderful sense of community and culture within the office. So we handle all of Colgate-Palmolive. So Colgate is Mint and Speed Stick, Colgate toothpaste, Palmolive dishwashing liquid, all their products throughout the Midwestern region of the states. And we had a full office, and they just made it fun. And we were like a family, and we would go over to each other's homes and have holiday cookies and parties and stuff. But we still really kept the goal and the main thing in terms of sales.
Excellent. Excellent. And so they really stand out for you by the community that they built. You made it feel like they cared about you as much as the goals. That's what I heard you
Yes,
say.
and yes, and they were very patient with me. So
Mm.
they allowed me to work autonomously. And the only feedback I would get on my reviews was, Tracey, you don't come and ask for help enough. So they just made it fun and let me learn and do my own thing. And I really thrived. And as a result, underneath their helm, within a year of working in the office, I received the company's highest sales award.
Wow. Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
And I love how you credit the boss as giving you the space to get there. I think that awards for your team are one of the benefits, right? If we're helping them do everything right, they get to get recognized for doing everything right. So I love that, talking about how they allowed you the space to be successful and try things and supportive and making sure they were available and accessible to you really set you up for the most success, right? That's what we believe, a boss provides the tools, the team builds success. And that is just a perfect example wrapped up in a nice little bow. So I thank you for sharing that. Um, now that we're kind of fast forwarding down the days, we're in the world where you are the boss. And is there anything that you wish that you had known before you stepped into the idea of leading and managing teams?
Leading and managing teams. Well, I would say the first thing is this is my second business. My first business, I started a rum cake company that was featured on Oprah's O list, and I really did most of that all by myself. I had a
Mm,
co-packer and a bakery, but I pretty much burned myself out. So
wow.
one, asking for help. Two, knowing when to hire forward to get a team in place,
Mm,
and knowing when to ask for help, identifying, we like to call our superpowers. What are you good in? I'm not great in social media, but I have a team that is amazing, and I
yeah.
let them do their thing. I trust them. They do it. All I have to do is just check Instagram, and it's like, oh, that's a great post. And then hiring forward, giving them the tools to be successful and to learn, and then also learning to say no and having your
Mm.
boundaries. As a PR firm, at one time I thought I needed to be everything to everybody.
Oh,
So
nice.
have a solution for everybody. It really makes sense to specialize. That is your area. I fell into sports. I love education. I love doing anything that targets our communities and allows us to interact with the community. So I really stick to those pillars versus trying to sell a book or sell beauty. Those are not my core competencies. So now I'm able to say no.
Excellent. And let the team step in and set that up. So how did you get to that point, right? You said in your first business, you did it all. What was the lesson learned that let you go into business number two, Tracey Royal Communications, knowing that you did not want to do it all, that you wanted to have the right people on your team? What was the, nope, never doing that again moment for you?
I was exhausted. I was
Yeah.
literally burned out. I was up till 2 or 3 in the morning baking cakes,
Mm,
and then I was either running them into Manhattan. I lived in New York for 18 years before I moved back to Nashville. I was trying to deliver the cakes. I was trying to be the salesperson. I was going to conferences with little tiny bags of cake samples, doing the networking, and then running to Philadelphia, check on the bakery, meet with the co-packer, and I was just burned out. I
no
had really
kidding.
nothing more to give.
Yeah, I know that I'm exhausted listening to it, Tracey. I mean, I catch myself just like every business owner. I catch myself doing too much. And that's when I usually sit back with my assistant and we try to figure out what I've been spending my time on that's bugging me so we can get somebody else in to work on that, whatever that is. But the exhaustion, yeah, I'm happy that you were able to set up the second business in a place that's protecting you from that, right? Because that's what I really think that most people can do is when we can let go, we can be healthier and happier and more profitable. So I love that you shared that with us. I really, really appreciate it. I do have one more question for you.
Sure.
What is your favorite part of being a boss today with the team you have?
My favorite part is twofold. So I will tell you, I have been laid off 4 times.
Mm,
So and that really taught me I needed to be my own boss. So one is like Talmar, literally, I'm teed up delegation.
mm,
You got to delegate to your team and you've got to entrust it with your team. Don't keep going behind them, being a micromanager, thinking you can do it better. Let them do it. They make mistakes, let them learn from them. They will only get better. That frees you up. And two, I love flexibility. Like
mm.
literally, this morning, I reached out to my best friends and we blocked off a week in March where we're going to go out of the country and travel together. I can adjust my schedule. I'm going to homecoming next week at my alma mater. I was flying in Thursday. Now I shifted to Wednesday because I can do that. I can work
Yeah.
wherever I can be versus always having to ask for permission. I
Mhm.
hated having to ask for permission to go to the doctor, the dentist, or take off time. You almost felt bad, but you deserve that time and you need that time.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And then you just know that you can plan these week-long trips because you know you've got people behind you that'll back up your clients, make sure everything's taken care of. And it really does free you. It's interesting because you started from saying, one of the benefits was saying no. But what I really hear is that now you can really say yes to the things that you want to, the things we used to say no to for ourselves, right? We can say yes to the things I want as opposed to always feeling like we have to say yes to our clients. We get to say yes to ourselves first. So I love that awareness.
Absolutely. I blocked off my calendar this week for a Lisa Nichols virtual conference. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, blocked it off. And I work hard too. Sometimes I'll work till 7 o'clock at night because I love what I do. But
Hmm.
when I need to take a trip, I can book a flight and be on a plane and not feel as though I'm letting somebody down.
Oh, I love that, Tracy. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. Hey, if people wanted to follow up with you or connect, do you have a favorite place you want them to follow you or connect with you?
Sure, they can check me out on Instagram. I am Tracey Royal Communications.
All right. And that's Tracey, Tracey for our
Yeah.
friends out there. Make sure that you please follow her. She is an amazing marketing brain. You'd be grateful to know all the fabulous things she knows. I'm grateful to you for you being here and sharing your boss stories with us. If you are at all curious about how other bosses are approaching it or the idea that there might be good bosses out there or how you can step into that, I want to encourage you to hang out for this week. We are celebrating National Boss Day. For the next 5 days, we're going to be bringing you all kinds of stories about different bosses, people that they've been inspired by, been encouraged by, and people that they're currently inspiring and encouraging as their own bosses. So make sure you check it out. All right, everybody. Besides rocking your bossitude, I want you to keep going. Boss on.
Boss on.